Hello. Um, Now's just the right time to make a live stream, and I thought, what can I possibly talk about? And nothing came up as a fixed subject. But by the time this has been recorded, I'd have re-edited the title, and you'd know what you know what we're going to talk about before I know what we're going to talk about, and I'm the one talking. Is that a bit weird? Anyway, um, yeah, it's just break time for myself. I've spent the whole of spring tidying and organising the whole of my flat in an attempt to turn my life around from being an insane nobody to one of the most rich and powerful men in the world. And I need to put in a lot of work and effort to make that happen. So as you can see, I've got bags under my eyes. I'm pushed beyond my limits. I came up with a saying this morning. Let's see if we can remember it. Push beyond our limits. I think I wrote it down. Where did we write it? Oh, we put it on Facebook. Give me a second. I'll tell you what it says. It's nothing special. It's just giving an idea of where I'm at. All we do is hedge our bets, even beyond limits of our own mind. All we do is hedge our bets, even beyond limits of our own minds. In other words, that's the energy I'm running at the moment. If you can imagine life and all the certain decisions one makes, in those moments of certainty, I now have indecision and confusion. And every single little decision, every micro decision is like, I really don't know, but I'm going to go this way. So I'm hedging my bets, and it's beyond limits of my own mind. And I look like this as a result. So my uncle used to say to me, mind, body, and energy are one. So they're the same thing on some level of perception of reality. They all merge and they're all the same thing. And I've seen how that can, how there's truth in that, at the very least, for myself. And basically, if you're going beyond mind, you're going beyond body. So your body suffers when you push your mind too much. If you're training your mind, your body's going to respond. Your body's going to be in a good place. But if you're pushing it beyond its limits, if you go to the gym, you stop at the right time. You're not an idiot. You don't try and do one extra lift when you're never going to get that lift, and try that like that for like 3 hours trying to lift this one extra. No, you stop when you can't do any more. And that's the same with the mind. If you stop at the right time, it grows, and so does the body. If you push it too much and treat it like rubbish, it's the same as what happens when you do the same with the body. but they all respond. So if your body's groggy, you've been treating your body like crap, your mind isn't going to be clear. It's really simple. There's no voodoo or woo-woo science to it. It's just like, yeah, I put rubbish food in my body. I feel crap. I feel lethargic. Everything's an effort. And that's the same with thinking. The firing of the brain signals. There must be few people that are gifted out there that just treat their body like absolute rubbish and their brain is wired on some other system that it doesn't interfere. If you're one of the lucky few, do not listen to a word of advice from anybody. You have it golden. Continue. For the rest of us, it's the truth. We put food into our body, we push our body, we abuse our body, and it reflects. Yeah, talking about me being a very rich and powerful person, that's what I've really got to talk about, because I can't and I haven't thought about anything else. And that is getting the numbers down, written down, and taking the most practical step forwards, like a grounded step, like, oh, okay, I've actually got something worthwhile to call my first step, other than just trying to sort my life out, sort my head out, sort my body out, and put myself in the right position where I can think about writing. So I've done all the groundwork. I've not been dragging my feet at all. I'm having to deal with all my mental health problems and life and everything else, all the stresses that we all have, my deal that's on top of it, and try and keep it all focused, turn that around, and somehow rewind my brain to, when was it, 16 years ago, before I even had the mental health disorder. And at that point, I was ready for work, and I was ready to write numbers down at any time. Numbers are the project that's going to make me wealthy. If you haven't tuned in before, I call it numbers. It's all about numbers, and I hope to be able to change the world with it. But I've got to write it down, obviously. So I've got a lot of work to do, but I've sorted my whole flat out. It's a tiny, tiny flat. As you can see, I've got stuff, and I don't have too much stuff, but I now know pretty much everything that's in that box. It's all my life support. That's what I've got. That's what I own: life support items and a tattoo machine. Oh, and books that I never read. So, organised it already. Got my head real clear. Well, I've got my head clearer. There's still a lot of work to do there. I've started some community classes where I'm just doing some creative groups, and it's just good to be around people on some level again. I've been alone for 15 years. I mean, other than the shopkeeper or people I bump into walking down the street to the shops, all my neighbours complaining about the noise I'm making, those have been the main people in my life over 15 years. And I've restarted a relationship with my family and my sister over the past 2 years. And it was a time when I didn't have anything, and my sister appeared, and I wasn't on good terms with her. We had an argument right at the beginning, and we didn't talk for a little while, and then we rebuilt the relationship, and I've got something now. She's got a child. She's got another one due this summer. And I've got a nephew, or I'll have two nephews. And when you're alone for 15 years, well, at least what happened with me, I was alone for 15 years and I got really bitter with people. I got really pissed off about every little thing with people. And I had a massive chip on my shoulder and I didn't know how to do it. I mean, it was all in my psychosis. It was the collective psychosis. That's the name of the channel. And the collective psychosis is really the problem, or the battleground of where this psychosis was affecting me. I don't know if that makes sense. It's like the collective psychosis is just me looking at people and trying to understand people. And within that, I've got a psychosis in the background running a different program. And I'm trying to understand people. And because I don't understand people, it's all confusion. But I've got this program running with like a certain level of psychotic paranoia telling me stuff. And I'm trying to get clear about my relationship to people. Who are people? What are people? What do they mean to me? And I've taken a lot of years to get to a place where I'm like, no, I think I see clearly enough now, where all of these years where I was bitter with people, I didn't need to be. I can understand why I was, absolutely, but I didn't need to be bitter at all. So I'm learning slowly to drop that after all of that habitual patterning over these years. But when I go out into social places like the shops or these groups, I'm still activated on the same habitual level. And now I've just got to remind myself, no, Gabriel, it's not them anymore. It's not them. We've realised it's us. It's me. And it's a massive weight off my shoulders, to be honest. It wasn't pleasant before. But yeah. So what should the title be? We've talked about 2-3 different things. I'm going to call it here. I don't want it to be too long. I want to go and have another vape. What should the title be? Mind, body, energy. Mind, body, energy. What else did we touch on? Come on, brain. I'll think of one. It'll come to me. But you know what the subject matter is before I even know. Neither of us know the title now. Sorry for taking it away from you. I didn't mean it.